This time I'm going to explain one of the most important aspects for transcending to higher levels of consciousness, being and everything, based on the teachings of our elder brothers. But it is important to clarify from the outset that extraterrestrials, or beings, for other words, dimensions, and all of that, are one thing, and the elder brothers are another. To better understand this, the elder brothers are on a higher evolutionary scale from every angle than extraterrestrials, beings, for other words, civilization from other levels of reality, etc., etc., etc. In our case, it is the elder brothers who sent and continue to send us a specific knowledge, such as what I will now explain regarding the famous death, disincarnation, dying, passing away, let's say, of the physical body, but from a quantum perspective more than anything else. First of all, binary death will be common death, let's say, the one that man knows every day in this world. Well, knows is a relative term, but for reference, it would be that the death based on human knowledge from scholars and wise men, that they say is the death of the brain, of the heart, as basic elements, and that when this stops or ceases or ends, or however one dies or passes away, well, this will be binary death, the one that has no solution, according to human knowledge, especially medical knowledge, as we know it in this world, along with what we don't know, of course. And on the other hand, quantum death, which will be a death beyond the binary concept of death, will pale in comparison to this concept knowledge or reality of another level far beyond. It will be a much more expansive interpretation of binary death, with no limits to its interpretations, beyond the most absurd, the most incredible, the most ridiculous, the most bizarre, the most insane, the absolute limit, where the concept of the five supposed human senses is no longer sufficient to measure quantum death, nor is any human measure beyond the speculative aspect and beyond the very concept of reality in this world. Of course, this video won't be enough to fully understand this topic. I only give a brief overview, mainly for general information, so you have an idea of what is this, so you have an idea of what it is. And of course, any preconceived notions or mental constructs you may have about death itself won't be very helpful in understanding quantum death. Having preconceived ideas, even complete and real knowledge of whatever you know about death, from whatever school of thought you belong to, whether it's religion, higher university knowledge, binary quantum physics, philosophy, metaphysics, or anything else, none of that will help you understand the foundations of quantum death. However, what you already know might be useful to the extent that it holds up against the direct concept and realities of quantum death that I will present. You may see contradictions in what I explain or say, but I will tell you, as I always say, I don't care about contradicting myself or doing so intentionally. Those things no longer matter to me. They haven't hindered my quantum learning about all, and I recommend moving beyond the contradictions, simply continuing the journey of a fluid and powerful understanding, above all, where doubts don't have time to take root to make you doubt anything, It is a fluid journey, above all, where binary death, quantum death, and many other levels of death or similar concepts all fall into or converge on something known as the Dexpoxorium or Dexpoxorium. The Dexpoxorium, I will define it as the place, the space and time above all, where to put it simply, it would be, for example, the place where we are already dead. All this is all gone. That's when we say we are all dead. Well, there we refer to a Dexpoxorium as a coded name.